Hello and welcome to Sunday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where, after what seems like a long time to me, I'm going to have a go at a Fog of War puzzle. We've had some incredible puzzles on the channel actually in the last week, sort of spanning New Year, but we have not had Fog of War, and this one is called Fog Erasure. It's by R.Mullinix. I've done at least one R.Mullinix puzzle on the channel before, and it was very good indeed, so I'm looking forward to having a go at this one. I think it's got 3 stars out of 5 for difficulty, and it introduces a type of cell. I might have heard of this cell under another name, but anyway, it's called an eraser cell. That's what we're going to be dealing with today. And if you've never done a Fog of War Sudoku, you're in for a treat. You can see most of the grid is covered in fog, and the idea is that if we get, if we got that digit, it might clear the fog from those 2 cells. You just don't know. But the structure of the solve is completely designed by the constructor. So it has to be completely logical. There is no need to guess. And it is basically, well, it's one of the finest innovations that a computer can bring to the world of solving Sudoku. And we'll have a look at the rules together in a moment or two's time. Now, what can I tell you about before that? We are streaming tomorrow night, 10 p.m. UK time. Love to have your company. Of course, we are going back to the Blueprints Mansion for, I want to say the 26th time. It's something like that. It's been a lot of times. But I'm trying to think. I think, yeah, we keep discovering new things. I can't remember exactly. Oh, yes, no, I do know. It's on something of a cliffhanger, actually. It's very much on a cliffhanger, so, ooh, okay, that's very good. So tomorrow night, love to have your company, as I say. Try and remember to put a link on the screen. Next, Patreon. Our competition for the month of January is up and running. A chance to come on the channel and solve a puzzle. So this, I need to refresh this, I think. How do I do that? I should know, shouldn't I? How do reload? There we go. 965 was the previous count, and sailing over 1,000. So 1,153 solves of the first puzzle and 181 solves of the final puzzle. That is brilliant work. Oh, and I need to give a shout out actually to Fast Sandals, who I think at the age of 12 has done the introductory videos for some of these puzzles. That's an incredible job. Good grief, Fast Sandals. Well done, you. And of course, big thanks to Panthera, who you can see has constructed an awful lot of the puzzles in this pack. Thanks to Blobs too, actually, for providing us these league table links. They are very welcome indeed. Now, I've got a couple of birthdays to do today. Let me just go back to... I'm still getting used to using OBS to record in. It's quite exciting, but it's probably necessary while we establish whether or not my computer is alive or not. Anyway, let me look at my list. Well, the first birthday I think is correct, but I could be wrong. I'm going to say a happy birthday to Sam from your wife Tracy. Now, I think this is for today. The reason for my slight concern is that I got an email at 2 a.m. From Tracy saying that it was Sam's birthday tomorrow. But then I thought, well, if it arrived at 2 a.m. UK time and it was sent from America, that would then, today would be tomorrow, if you see what I mean. So I'm hoping I've got it right. And it is Sam's birthday. Sam, I'm delighted if it's your birthday, but I can't get on board with this idea of having cheesecake rather than chocolate cake. That's just not right at all. But I do hope you have a brilliant birthday, and I really do hope it is today. And very serendipitously, I then had an email from somebody called Sam, with a very similar surname, asking if I could wish their wife, Tracy, a happy birthday for Tuesday, so in 2 days' time. So I think that Sam and Tracy are married, and they have their birthdays incredibly close together. And rather amusingly, Sam said that Tracy makes him smile, makes him laugh, and also makes him rearrange the furniture periodically, all of which, he says, are good for him in the end. Anyway, Tracy, happy birthday for Tuesday. Sam, happy birthday, I hope, for today. And there's still one more birthday to go. which is to Katie. Katie, you turned 25 today. And I know this because I had an email from your whole family, from your dad Grant, your mum Heather, your sister Grace, and Cooper the dog. And this can't be right, can it? But I'll say it anyway. So the email said that you have watched every video and stream since lockdown in 2020. That is extraordinary. I mean, even if it's only a fraction of those, Katie, you're definitely one of my favourite people. Thank you so much for spending so much time with the channel. I know you're doing your Masters in Maths at Leiden University in the Netherlands. I wish you the very best with that. I hope there is an enormous slice of very heavily iced chocolate cake for you today. Many happy returns. And that's all the news. Let's have a look at Fog Erasure by R.Mullinix. The rules are as follows. We have got normal Sudoku rules applying, so we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Dynamic fog, so the grid is covered in fog. Entering correct digits may clear fog. That's all we're told there. And then we have these eraser cells. So let's imagine this is an eraser cell. There is one eraser cell in every row, column and box. So if that was an eraser cell, then I suppose what we're saying is that none of those cells could be eraser cells. There are no duplicate digits in the eraser cells. Okay, so I've seen that expressed differently before. What that means is that when we've eventually positioned our 9 eraser cells, there'll effectively be an extra region of the grid because there'll be a 1 in one of them, a 2 in another, a 3 in another, a 4 in another, etc., and a 9 in the last one. So you can't repeat a digit in the eraser cells. The value of an eraser cell is always 0. The value of a non-eraser cell is the digit in the cell. So whatever this digit was, even if I put a 9 in it, it would still have a value of 0. So that is how... Aren't they sometimes called negators? Or maybe I'm mixing up negators with something else. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Thermometers. Values along a thermometer increase from the bulb to the tip. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is a length 9 thermometer. I don't know whether I can just fill that in. I might be able. Oh, it could have an eraser cell on it. Oh, bother. Yeah, so anyway, thermometers, just as mercury rises, as the temperature rises in real life, so Sudoku numbers rise as you move from bulb to tip along Sudoku thermometers. V clues. Values in cells joined by a V sum to 5, so this could be a 1 and a 4. For example, or a 2 and a 3, or I suppose it could be an eraser cell and a 5. So these are less helpful in this puzzle than typically. Killer. Values in a cage may not repeat and sum to the total given. Right, there is the emergence of a cage here. So imagine that cage went like that. Digits may repeat. I was about to say that this digit couldn't repeat in the cage, but digits may repeat in a cage. Golly, okay. So, okay, values may not repeat. Oh, goodness. Okay, so values may not repeat, but digits may repeat. Okay, that is not the normal way round, is it? Or am I getting confused? Anyway, and they sum to the total given, which is not given. Well, I wonder if that's not the top left cell of the cage then. I don't know. Anyway, I've got no idea what's going on with killer cages. And then German whispers, neighbouring adjacent values again, along a green line have a difference of at least 5. So imagine that those... Oh, goodness, that's a total shank. Imagine this was a green line in the puzzle and that this cell was a 1. Then this cell would have to be at least... Well, if that's value was 1, the value of this one would have to be at least 6. 6, 7, 8 or 9 would be the possibilities. But basically, I think we're going to have to do a lot of thinking about values in this puzzle, not necessarily digits. do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now it must be this, mustn't it? This is a length 9 thermometer, so I sort of want to do this. But what would the effect be of one of these eraser cells? Right, the only place you could put an eraser cell on this thermometer would be in the bulb, because the eraser cell has a value of 0. And we couldn't have a value of 0 halfway along the thermometer, because then we'd have to have negative values before that, and there is no way to get negative values in this puzzle. So this is either a 1, or it's, how can we do this? Maybe I'll label it with an E for eraser. So, and if it was an eraser, it would have a value of 0, and then, well, and then we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, couldn't we? So it introduces an extra option for every cell along the line. Of course, it could go eraser and then 2 again. So it could go eraser, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But this being potentially 0 allows every one of the digits along the thermometer to potentially be 1 less. Now, no, we don't know what this is, do we? I know none of those. I know definitely none of these can be erasers, because an eraser has, so I'm going to make those green. I don't know about this one. Oh, and the V here can't. Hang on, how does this V work now? Because it's values, isn't it, on the V? Values joined by the V sum to 5. So if this was natural, let's say it was both the cells had no erasers, it would be a 1-4 pair. That's the only way it could work. It couldn't be a 2-3 pair, ever, because it would kill off this cell. But I think this could be a 5 and an eraser cell. And what does that mean? I don't know, actually. Oh, dear. If this was 1-4, these two digits would be 5, 3. 5, 3, and that would be an eraser. Ah. Oh yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Okay, so I think this is always an eraser. I might be wrong, but imagine this is... Right, let's do it the other way round, because I think I can understand it if this is 1-4. If this is 5 eraser, then that digit is a 4 by Sudoku. But that's the 5th position along the thermo. So if in order for this to be a 4, you'd have to go 4, 3, 2, 1, eraser. But if this is 1-4, i.e. both of these are natural, then this is... It goes 5, 3, 2, 1, eraser. So that one is always an eraser, and that means we can do some greenification of the environ surrounding the eraser cell. And although I don't know what that top digit is, because it really does depend on whether this domino down here has got 4 or 5 in it, this is always 3, because either this is 1-4 or this is 5E, and that's 4, so that's always 3. So that's 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's good. Okay, so we do get another thingy in here. We get a natural 14 cage, so that's either 6-8 or 5-9. Oh, that's lovely. What would happen if that was 6-8? What would these two digits be? They both have to be 7. Well, that won't work. So that must be 5-9, which means this is 4. And if this is 4, this is not 1-4 beneath it. So it has got the funny little eraser cell on it. It's eraser and a natural 5, and that means we can green all of these digits. There's an eraser over here. I like this so far. Now, if this is 5, 9, this is 6, so it's got to go 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's revealed fog. And we've got a German whispers line. Oh, hang on. Okay, I can immediately see that German whispers line has a big problem and it's going to have to contain an eraser. That's weird. Right. Okay, let's think about German whispers lines. Now, in order to think about these clearly, what we're first going to do is imagine there is no such thing as an eraser cell. Now, if there's no such thing as an eraser cell, every adjacent pair of digits on a German whispers line differ by 5 from one another at least. So how could we put 5 on this green line? Imagine this was a 5, and there's no such thing as an eraser cell. Well, then this digit would, if we go upwards from 5, we get to 10 and higher, and they're not Sudoku numbers. And if we go downwards from 5, we get to 0 and lower, and they aren't Sudoku numbers. So there's normally no way you can put 5 on a German whispers line, and then the implication of that is that every cell on a German whispers line either has the property of being below 5 or above 5. So let's make this one below 5. What would be the consequence for this cell if this is below 5? Well, this needs to be at least 5 different. So even if this is 1, this has to get to at least 6. And this is what happens along normal German whispers lines. You get this oscillation of polarity. The digits around 5 have to oscillate, so you can't have a 1, 2, 3, 4 and then follow it with another 1, 2, 3, 4 digit. These are the same side of 5, and they therefore cannot be 5 apart, so it's impossible. But look here. 6, 7, 8, and 9 are not available for this adjacent pair. So we can immediately say something's weird is going on. Well, the only thing weird that can be going on in this puzzle is that there's an eraser cell. And that does work, because an eraser cell has a value of 0, and having a value 5 different from 0 would allow a 5 to appear on there. So this is a 5 eraser cell pair. And those two digits are a 1-2 pair by Sudoku. So it's 3, 4, 3, 4 here. And these digits are from, one of them is natural 5, one of them is eraser cell 3 or 4, which becomes a value 0 cell. Okay, let's get rid of E actually, because I think if I shade a pair, I'm saying that the eraser cell is in there. It's actually in there. I don't need the E to tell me that. What are these digits? 6, 7, and 8. I was wondering if we could use the fact that the eraser cells have to be different from one another, but actually no, we can't. We simply don't know what the eraser cell contains down here. We know there's a natural 5 again. I tell you what's clever about this puzzle. It confounds your expectations vis-a-vis 5. So 5s on V's, normally you can't get them. 5s on whispers, normally you can't get them. Okay, and this whisper, actually, it's going downwards a bit, isn't it? It's doing at least that. So, yeah, that's weird. So one of these is a natural 5. So let's say this was natural 5. Then this is eraser having a value of 0. What's this digit? It's got the same problem that one had. That would also have to be eraser. So there is definitely, this is lovely, look, there's definitely an eraser in one of these two, depending on which one of the two above it are 5. And, okay, so the eraser cell in column 4 is in, Oh, I see. Ah, that's lovely. That's lovely. This is a brilliant puzzle. It's brilliant. Yeah, because now, yeah, there must be an eraser in column 4. It's got to be at the bottom. It's in the 10 cage. Its value is 0. Now, I remember when we were reading the instructions, I actually did pay attention to this because I thought it was weird. Values in a cage may not repeat. So I've got a value 0 digit in the 10 cage, so I can't have another one. I'd have 2 zeros in the cage, so that one is not the eraser cell. It's a natural cell, which means this is the eraser cell, which means this is a natural cell because there can only be one in every row, column and box. And the natural digit here is 5. Oh, hang on. No, that is okay. Oh, and something else. I've got my fog clearance as a result of that. That is okay. Because one of these is zeroed, the other 2 cells in this string, which have their own value, are going to add to 5. So, yeah, that's going to do some Sudoku-age, isn't it? Because what we're saying now is that 2 of these 3 digits are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because they're either going to be a 1-4 pair or a 2-3 pair. And these 2 digits are from 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the rest of this column doesn't have any 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s in it. So these are from 5, 7, 8, and 9. Now, I'm not sure what that means, but maybe we can do more with this. This German whisper has become a... Oh, no, this is fine. It's weird, but it's fine. Fine, okay. No, these... Hang on. Let me just think this through. I think I'm right. I think my first thought was right. There's definitely an eraser in these 2 cells, because that's going to be the digit adjacent to 5. There's going to be a 5 above an eraser, and you're going to have a sort of X-wing of erasers either in those 2 or those 2 positions. This is definitely not an eraser now. But these 2 digits are supposed to add to 5, or values, one of which is a 0, because it's an eraser. So one of those cells is a 5, I think. So this is the weirdest congregation of digits here. Because this 2 by 2 contains 2 5s and 2 erasers, all on German whispers, which is breaking so many rules. But okay, but 5, so these are not 5 now, so these are 7, 8, 9, and 5 in this column. Oh, is that okay? It's okay for digits to repeat, isn't it? Yeah, there's got to be a 5 down here, but the 5 is in the eraser cell. Ah! That's lovely. It's weird, but it's lovely. Because we've now worked out that the 5 down here needs to be 0, there is definitely a 5 in this 10 cage in one of these cells. But it's getting zeroed. But it can't be here because Sudoku prevents it from being here, so it must be at the bottom. That bottom digit is a 5. Ah, look, that did it. There we go. That did it. That cleared the fog. So, okay, so we can green everything there. We can green everything here. We can green everything there. We can green everything there. There's got to be an eraser in row 1 somewhere. It's not here. And oh, I've got... Right. I see. This 8 cage is now telling us how the X-wing unwinds. Because imagine this was there are 2 5s on this German whispers line that both have their natural value. If that was here, if this had a value of 5, 5 plus 7 is already 12. Plus this digit, we're definitely breaking this 8 cap, aren't we? So that the erasers have to be in those 2, and these 2 have to be 5, I think. Which means we get a couple more digits in the puzzle. And Yeah, and this has to be a 7-1 pair now, adding up to 8, because these digits both take their natural value. So 7, 1, 1, 2. Oh, I thought I was going to clear the fog. No, no such luck. This is now a 3 or a 4. Hang on, this is getting a bit worrying now, because we haven't got... Oh, I see. Yeah, there we go. 1 here means that the way that we're getting this domino to add up to 5 is not with a 1-4 pair. So this is a 2-3 pair. That's going to give me this digit, this digit. Oh, it's still not clearing it. Right. But this can't be a 3, because it would repeat a 3 in a red cell. That's not allowed. So the 3 must go there. Oh, there we go. The 3 goes there by Sudoku. And okay, I don't know. What digits have I got left to put in this box? I've got 2, 4, and 2, 4, 6, I think. And that's definitely not a 2 because of Sudoku. So that is 4 or 6. So if this bulb here was a 6, then we know this was a 4. We've got a 1, 2, 3 triple to complete row 1. Some of which is in a 6 cage, which that 6 cage is going in both directions, so that's probably where we have to look next. Let me just check whether there's any Sudoku that I should be concentrating on. There almost certainly is. Actually, I'm not sure. What about this? No. I don't. I've only got 3 and 5 definitely in eraser cells so far. So any other eraser cell I can definitely eliminate 3 and 5 from, but not much more until we know what these two are. Okay, so let's try and think about the 6 cage. How is that working? Right, that's got to have an eraser cell in it. Because this cage here, I don't know where it goes, but it's clearly going to this cell, and this cell, definitely, and maybe further than that, just from the sort of grid furniture, the dotted lines. We can see it's taking in at least these 3 cells. But this cell is a green cell, and it's at least a 4. So if these 2 cells didn't include an eraser cell, this would be adding up to at least 7. So the eraser cell is definitely not that one. That's definitely a green cell. So the eraser cell... Well, okay, so what's going on then? So the eraser cell, which can't be a 3... Yeah, okay, one of these is a real digit. And it's going to be adding with this digit to make 6. There's actually no way that we can extend this cage any further. Because if it had 3 natural digits in it, then we'd be adding this digit, which is at least a 4, plus 1. We can't create another value of 1 in this cage. It's impossible. And we can't repeat a value of 0. So the cage can't grow any further. So what that means is the 2 digits in this cage that are counting digits sum to 6. So neither... Yeah, so 3 is... This is it. So in fact, this is going to give us 3 in the corner. Yeah, 3 can't be in the cage because there's an eraser digit in there which can't be a 3, and there's a natural digit which also can't be a 3, because if it was a 3, when we added to this digit, we should be getting 6, and we can't because 3 can't go into this cell. So these cells are 1 and 2, and that puts... That's 3 in the corner, that's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion, and we get the snowy one because it's that time of year. And look, we were correct. Our 6 cage was exactly that shape. And this digit, which is... let's get rid of the indigo now. That digit is adding to the natural 1 or 2 in this cage to add up to 6. So that is a 4 or a 5. And this is also, but that could be a 0, couldn't it? So if this is in an eraser, this is a 5. And if this is natural, it can't be a 2 then. It would have to be a 1-4 pair, because otherwise it would be 2 and 3. So there's a 4-5 pair. Oh, bobbins, that doesn't do it. This digit is 6, 7, or 8 by Sudoku. And whoa, that is bizarre. What have I not spotted now? The reason I say that is that, hang on, let me just pencil mark those. There's definitely a 9 in one of these. But have I missed some? I must have missed something here, because there's, oh, this digit. Oh, no, hang on, that's just an eraser cell. Hang on, I'm just going to pencil mark that. That is 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, what can we get rid of? We don't know what the eraser is up there, so I can't necessarily... If the 1 is the eraser, I can get rid of 1 from here. I don't know what that is. What's going on? That's weird. Do I know which way around this goes? If that's the eraser, then these two add up to 6, and those two add up to 5. So this would have to be 1, 4, 5, 0. 1, 4, 5, 0. And if that's the eraser, that's 5 then, definitely. And then I know even less. Oh no, and then I know that's 4. No, I do, no, that's 4 and that's 2. 4, 2, so this would be a 1 eraser. And what was the eraser? What was the eraser if that was the eraser? If that was the eraser, these two add up to 6. These two add up to 5. So this would be a 1, because a 2, otherwise it would be a 2, 3 pair. So the eraser does change value. So you can't tell. That's weird. No, 3. I was going to say 3 in this box, but it's not confined. 3. Have I missed? I'm so sorry. I don't understand. No, 1 and 7 are down there. Oh, do I know what this is somehow? I don't think I do. 1 and 7 are down there. I've just spotted that. And then whichever of 2, 4, and 6 is not in this pair will be down here. So, no, but I already know 2 is here. So it's a 4 or a 6 down here. It's 1, 4, 6, 7. I know 8 and 9 are down here, but unless I reveal something extra, I don't see how to do this. Have I missed something up there? I don't understand. If that's 1, that's 2. If that's 2, that's... hang on. If that's 1, and that's 2, then I think I need the 2 to be erased, because I can't write 3 here. So if that's 1, that's 5. Oh, and that, hang on, that would be 5 as well. That didn't make, no, hang on, I don't trust that at all. I don't trust that at all. I did this before and it worked, and now I've just tried it with 1 there and it doesn't work. Hang on, if that's 1, if that's 1, it could, well, if that's 1, that's indisputably 2. and that's on a V, but this is a natural digit, and it can't be a 3. So this, if this is 2, this is definitely a 5, and that's definitely the eraser. But then if this is 1, it's natural now, because that was the eraser, and that would be a 5, double 5. Okay, it doesn't work. I don't understand what I got wrong when I went through that before. When I did it before, I tell you what I did before. I was saying which one is the eraser, and that seemed to work either way round. But if you ask whether that can be a 1, it just doesn't work. You get 2 5s, which is totally bizarre, but something of a relief, actually, because I couldn't see what to do. So I don't think that can be a 1. I think it's a 2. I don't know what this means yet. Good. Right, now we can work out which one of these is the eraser. So if that is the eraser, then this is a 5, and that's a 4, and that works. And if this is the eraser, that's a 5, oh, and that's a 4, and that would work. Oh no, that's bizarre. Okay, well that's what we discovered actually, because when I did it before, I thought the erasers could be either way round, and they still can be, even though I know the order of the digits. That is bizarre, but at least we've got new information. Oh, there's a 3 on here. I know there's. I looked at this before. Where's I could see 3 was in this 2x2 thing. So, oh, well. I tell you, right, okay, here's some logic. 3 is on that green line somewhere, and 3 is not erased, because 3's already been erased. So that is a natural value of 3, and we're going to need 2 values on this German Whispers line that are at least 5 different from 3. Well, the only way of getting those values in this puzzle is going to be with 8 and 9, because we can't magic up big values. We can only destroy value in this puzzle. So there is definitely an 8 and a 9 on here. And wherever, so say this was the 3, the 8 and the 9 would flank it like that. If this is the 3, the 8 and the 9 flank it like that. So I've never even seen this. When's this cage come up? 15 cage here. That's got to have a 7 in it now. Can't be 4, 5, 6. Hang on, can I just go back? When did that emerge? Oh, it emerged when I put that one in. I just didn't see it. So when I put the ordering of these in, I got a 15 cage here. But this is really beautiful, because now I know one of these 2 digits here. Just let me shut these 2 that I'm flashing on and off. One of them is an 8 or a 9, because we must have an 8 and a 9 flanking the 3. So it's not possible to write the 8 and the 9 into both of those cells. It's just nonsense. It breaks all sorts of rules, including German Whispers. So one of these is an 8 or a 9. That's an 8 or a 9. That means this 15 cage has no 8 and no 9 in it. Now, if it didn't have a 7 in it, it would have to be 4, 5, 6. That's the only way of getting to 15 that's left if you don't put 8 and 9 in it and you don't have 7 in it. And it can't be 4, 5, 6. That breaks all ends up. So it does have 7 in it, for sure. And that means 7 is down there. 7 is not on this Whisper. And we need, and we need 2 more digits in this cage here that add up to 8. And they aren't 1, 7, that would repeat the 7, and they aren't 3, 5, so they've got to be 2, 6. So this is 7, 2, 6, and this is a 4 by Sudoku. Oh, I thought that was going to clear Fog. But no such joy. Now we've got a snooker maximum down here. I very much, by the way, enjoyed the darts last night. That was incredible. And that is 6, 8, 9. 4 can come out of any cell that we've got red in. And I haven't got any 4 pencil marks in. That's rotten. So I don't know what to do with that then. So these are natural. I mean, how can this be? Right, I see. This is 3, is it? 3 in this box is now in a domino. So 3 in this box is not in these cells. So there is definitely a 3 in these cells. And one of them is an 8 or a 9. So this is 3, 8, 9. And now in this row, where's 1? It's got to go here. And, oh, I was hoping that was going to clear fog, and it did. We've got a new German whispers line. Don't know where it goes, but it definitely goes down these cells. It must have 1 on it, because this is a natural German whispers line. So it must have 1 low and 1 high digit. There is not the opportunity to create a 0 on that. So the only low digit it can have on it now is 1, and that must be here. Oh, hang on, that's cleared a load of fog away. So this digit is 6, 8, 9. This digit is not a 1 anymore. We've had 3, 4, and 5 in my eraser cells. And that digit's not a 2. So it's 6, 7, 8, and 9 in the column, is it? Is that what we're left with? Column 3, I think it's only got the high digits to place. And probably, the thing is, I don't know whether this has an eraser cell on it. I know it's got an 8 or a 9 on it. I'm trying to see if that means something. I know it has got a natural 8 or a natural 9 on it. And I think that is going to be the same as this digit. So there's an 8, 9 here that's the same as this digit. Wow, I don't know what that means. Okay, let's think this through. So we can't put... This has either got 2 on it, because we need a low digit to accompany the 8 or the 9 that's in this domino. Now the low digits we've got available, 1 is not available, 3 is not available. So the only things we've got are 2s, 4s and eraser digits. Now you can't actually put 4 on a ringed German whisper line, because that's going to require 9 on both sides of it. 9 is the only digit that's sufficiently different from 4. So this either has 2 on it, which would fix this digit, or it's got an eraser cell on it, and somehow or other I don't know how I'm meant to know that. How on earth are we going to do this? That's really weird. I don't understand. Have I not done some Sudoku again? Oh, I can hear the groans of future viewers trying to Back to the Future style tell dim-witted Simon what he's missing. That can't be a 6. There's 6 and 7 in that box, so that's 8 or 9. So there's now an 8-9 pair in row 4 and a virtual 8-9 pair in row 5. But 2, 6. Hang on, do your Sudoku. So what does that mean? That means these 2 digits are fairly low. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's vicious. Oh, that's vicious. Right. That's it. We've got to look at this domino here. Oh, it doesn't really work when I highlight it, but these 2 cells, and ask what they can be from a Sudoku perspective. Now, I think they see 2, 6, 7 and 1 in their box, and they see a virtual 8-9 pair in those cells. So they can only be from 3, 4 and 5, I think. And why does that matter? Well, I think it matters for this cell. I don't think that can be an eraser anymore, because I've had 3, 4 and 5 in my red digits already. So that's not an eraser, and that is an eraser. I don't know why have I got... No, that is right to have 3 here as a pencil mark. So what is that digit then? See, now it could be... It probably is 8 or 9, isn't it? I just can't quite see why. What could it be? Could it be 4? It can't be 4, it can't be 5. It's a red digit. It can't be 6 or 7. It is 8 or 9. Yeah, there's now an 8-9 pair. That's bizarre. This is a 4 or a 5 to make a 3-4-5 triple in this box. This is 8 or 9. It's sort of by a combination of Sudoku and red digit eliminations, preventing it from being 3, 4 or 5, or 1 or 2 or 6 or 7. So it ends up having to be 8 or 9. So there's now an 8-9 pair in row 6. Oh, and it's getting ever more likely, look, that we're going to end up plonking an eraser cell on this German whispers line. I don't think it's forced though yet. I don't think it's forced. That's probably not true. It's a good puzzle, this, though, isn't it? How long have I been wrestling with it? Now, 3/4 of an hour, and I've not finished by any manner or means. Okay. I don't know what to do. Is this obvious? I know that digit's the same as that digit. It's the same as the digit on here. Is that important? Or is it some sort of Sudoku craziness? I don't know. I am not at all sure. I'm actually a bit perplexed by that. I've got a lot of high digits in eraser cells, so I do need to find... I know one of those is an eraser cell. So there is a 1 or a 2 in an eraser cell. I know one of these is an eraser cell, but I mean, if that matters, I'll be astonished. Goodness me, I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm starting to let the puzzle down now. I just don't know what to look at. Oh no, I do see. Oh, that's beautiful. Good grief. R.Mullinix, you are a very, very good constructor. Some of the logic here, it's fine once you see it, but it's really well hidden, at least for me. Yeah, okay. So here is a question. Where does that digit, that very specific digit, that 8 or 9, go in this box? By Sudoku. And you might say, well, it's in one of these two cells. You're quite right, it is. But it can't be in the red cell, can it? Because that would repeat the digit in the red cells, which we're not allowed to do. So that digit has to go in that cell, and therefore it is a 9. I think. Feels... no, it did clear fog. It cleared a fog down here. Okay, that's good. That is great news. So we've now got a new German whispers line that's just emerged down here. Oh, that's very good. That's got to be 4, doesn't it? That is a natural... Oh, no. No, it's got to be 5. It's got to be 5. I'm talking... No, because this, although it looks like a 9, and I really want to put a 4 next to it on a German whispers line, this gets negated. So its actual value is 0. So that has to be next to 5 in order to be 5 different from it. Oh my goodness, that would have been a total ricket. Okay. So that's got a value of 0. So this has to have a value of at least 5, and it isn't a 5. So that is 6, 7, or 8. And now I've got a 6, 7, 8 triple. in column 1. So that is a 2, I'm going to claim. Okay. And 1, 3, and 4 to place in the rest of the column. And 9 has now appeared in a naughty cell. So hopefully this is going to do so. Oh, this. Okay, that's now 8 by Sudoku. That's 9 by Sudoku. So this is a 3-8 pair, which means 9 is now definitely in these cells, which makes that's always been an 8 for ages. So I've now got a 6-7 pair in this column. No jokes about those 2 digits, thank you. That seems to be a 9. Okay, so this is not a 9. Oh, wow, I don't know then. This is extraordinary, isn't it, that this is still resisting? No, come on, you've got to give up now. It must be this, mustn't it? Or could it be not repeating digits in eraser cells? I'm not sure. We've got 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2 left to put in. So the digit in the eraser cell, if it is here, has to be... I'm not sure. I'm just going to have to pencil mark this. I'm really sorry about this, but I can't see it without... So 2, 6, 5, and 9. But we know that the 9 is definitely on here. I can't put 5 on here. Oh, that's it. Where's 5 in the row? Yeah, I can't put 5 on this whisper, because to do so is going to require that 5 to get negated, and it's already been negated. So 5 comes off the whisper, and now 5 in the row has to be there. Wow. Okay, so that's definitely not, that's a normal digit. So there is now a naughty digit on the whisper. And that's, oh no, it's either. I don't know, it's 2 or 6. Ah, but okay. But now I need to put an eraser cell in column 9, and that's now there, look, which means I can definitely green the grid. So we've actually approximately located them all now, and this digit we can play Sudoku on erasers with. So what are the options? Could it be 2? Possibly. I think it can't be 3, 4, 5 by eraser logic. Can it be... Oh no, this is no good. It can be 6, 7, and 8 as well, I think. Yeah, okay, but this time I can see something a bit more quickly, because now there doesn't seem to be anywhere for a 1 on an eraser cell, apart from there. Yeah, that's the only one. So now, by some weird logic, I'm able to say that the eraser cell in this box is a 1, which means this is a natural. It means this is not an eraser. That is a natural. This is an eraser. Now we know the 9 here was the natural digit, wasn't it? So it's 9, 8, 3. Now this digit is now a 2 or a 6. That's definitely not 9. Oh yeah, look, and that being the eraser makes that a 5 to make the maths work, and a 4 here to make the maths work. That's not a 5 anymore. It's a stunning puzzle, this. It really is clever. I still don't know. One of those is a 2. You can do weird things with... Oh, no, actually, there's a 2 there. I was going to say, that's good. So 6, 7, 8, 2. Oh, there we go. Has that cleared all the fog? Let me just... Yeah, that's all the fog cleared. Okay, that's good news. So all we have to do... Oh, that's... Yeah, we've just got to do Sudoku, don't we? Famous last words. Okay, what do we need here? 2, 4, 7. That's a naked single. These are all naked. That's very good. This is naked. It's 9. So this column needs 1, 3, 5, and I can put the 5 in. These are 1, 3 pair. Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. Now, there's a 2 here, so I am allowed to do Sudoku with 2s. That's a 1 in the corner. That's okay, so this is a 1. And this 3 means that's a 4, which means that's a 4, that's a 3. Come on, now that's a 4, that's a 7. 7 is on this thermometer, which is a natural thermometer. So if that was 7, this would have to be 8. At first blush, I can't rule that out. Oh. Right, in fact, look. These digits here don't involve 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, so they only involve 6, 7, and 8 by Sudoku, because they don't involve 9. So that's a 6, 7, 8 triple. I see, I could have just written 2 into this row, I just didn't see it. That's not 7. So we need 3, 6, 8, so we can write the 3 in. This is not 8, so that's 6, 6, 7, 8. That's not 8 anymore. This thermo can't be the wrong way round, so we can do a little bit of tidying up. Of course, it didn't help us. Oh, but 8 and 9. 9 has to go there in row 8. So this becomes 8, which makes that 7, that 6, that 8, that 6. That's now 7, 6, 8, 7, 6. It would be disappointing if we don't solve it from here. That looks right. Yes. Wow, that was really good. That's a very good puzzle, actually. Very good puzzle. There's a lot of different things going on there. And even though I thought at the start it would be very straightforward, I was so wrong. I was so wrong. Let me know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.